Louisiana beer reviews. Stone Saison, an ale brewed with spices, introduced in April 2014, brewed in California. This beer is 6% alcohol and it has a 45 International Bitterness Unit rating. Gets a good score on Beer Advocate. Bros haven't looked at it yet. 88 out of 100 on Rate Beer, 94 out of 100 for the style. I haven't had a chance to watch any videos. Actually, I haven't had a chance to read any reviews. I was at the Cincinnati Reds game yesterday. Before that, Detroit, and then Cleveland, and then Pittsburgh before that. One thing I noticed in Cleveland, look at all that smoke here at 6:30 in the evening. There was a huge array of craft beers in the concourse area. It was like 4 bars put together. That's how big it was, and they had the same thing at each set of taps, but it was a pretty good array. I mean, a lot of it was Anheuser-Busch and Miller craft beers, you know, but they had a pretty good selection of independent craft beers like Great Lakes, stuff like that. So I noticed that at all the parks, nothing as big as Cincinnati. 10 years ago when I went there, we went up there, they didn't have anything like that. It was all just, you know, Miller Genuine Draft and Bud Light, stuff like that, from what I recall. I don't remember seeing any craft beer 10 years ago at a ballpark. Oh, that made it cloudy. You could see it's clear and golden, but it's cloudy and descending, you know, the descending cloud once I shook that bottom sediment in there. It's a really white head, though. Thick, frothy white head. And some sediment around in there, little chunks, and a few stray bubbles, really more than bubble streams. Definitely some yeast chunks. So, let's check out the aroma. Very spicy, very spicy. The first thing I thought of was the Shipyard Pumpkinhead. Truly, that's what I thought of, because that was that is so spicy, and it even has that waxy thing going on. I was remarking that Shipyard Pumpkinhead reminded me of Cost Plus World Market. Let's go with the flavor. The sun is about to go behind those trees. Some of good lighting's going to be gone. But I was on the road from Kentucky to Louisiana today, so I couldn't do any videos. Spicy, 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 and bitter, bitter, bitter. I mean, it's not like overwhelmingly bitter, but it's bitter. Just think of some lightly roasted barley malt, some pretty pronounced hop bitterness, but not overwhelming hop bitterness, some sweetness, and all kind of spices. Just like go to the grocery store and walk down the spice aisle and start smelling, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, what are the spices? I don't know. It's like basil and white pepper and thyme and oregano. I don't know what it is. Bye, son. The mouthfeel is medium, not really slick, and the finish is dry. And you know, it's semi-refreshing. I mean, I have a lot of other beers in the fridge that I would really drink for refreshment, but really, I usually just drink water for refreshment. So that beer is never really something I use for thirst quench. I just like to drink it for the flavor and enjoyment. Pardon me. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Beer Advocate saying good. I'll go a little higher than that. I'll say it's very good. It's very good, and it's unique in the sense that it's like a lot more spiced and varietal than I expected it to be. Like it, once again, it's harkening back. Of course, we're not with the pumpkin, but it's harkening back to that shipyard pumpkin head in that sense of the heavy spices. So this is a very good beer. I'm glad I got to try it. I bought it at Stein's Deli on Magazine Street in New Orleans. And I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to New Orleans!